Hey y'all, and welcome to Demby's Teaching Tips. I got a quick SEL learning activity that you can do virtually with your students. All right, I'll be right. All right, y'all. Many of you might not even know what SEL means. It just means social and emotional learning. And a lot of times we don't even realize that that's what we're teaching, because we are teaching kids to be self-aware and then to manage themselves, to make right decisions. And we do those kinds of things all the time. But anyway, I want to talk about this activity. It's called Feelings Flashcards. And all you need is some index cards. Or, if you're doing it virtually, you don't know what the kids have at home. So, child, you could just get them to rip up some pieces of paper, tell them to get a piece of notebook paper and divide it into 4 sections, and then rip it up, child. But anyway, you need some index cards, 4 of them. And then something to write with. I'm going to use my markers because it make everything look pretty. Anyway, so that's the first thing you need to have. Number 1, get your paper and something to write with. Number 2, y'all. There are like 4 main feelings that most kids automatically know and they can tell you. And, so the things we want to do on the back of those cards, write the main ones: happy, sad, scared, and we all know mad. Those are the main feelings that most kids can tell you, even though that might not be what they're feeling, but they only know those ones. So, I'm feeling mad. What? Why are you mad? They don't know. So anyway, those are the main 4 feelings that you're going to use. So write those on the back, and then we'll be ready for the next step. Where a little discussion comes in. First, before you give them some different emotions or some adjectives or synonyms for these emotions, hold up the card. You can be either in the classroom or online. Scared. Boys and girls, can you think of some other words for scared? And so just ask them, let them see if they can find some words for scared. And then if they can't, you give them some. Like the word I gave is confused. So once you find a word that they want to use, draw your emoji on the front and then write that word confused. That's what I use for scared. Some people might use something else. And then just keep going through. Happy. Can we find another word for happy? And let the kids tell you what they think, and then you can give them yours. So give them time. This might take the whole 30-minute lesson or hour lesson, however many minutes you spend with your kids on Zoom or on Google Meet or whatever system you're using. So mine is enthusiastic, and I drew my emoji on the front. So I kept going with sad, and I kind of put worried. Worried probably should have been more scared, but you can be sad. You can think that you're sad, but you're not really sad. It's just that you're worried. Something happened at home and you kind of worried that, that's not sad. And so the last one, mad, and I put shocked. Oh, clutch your pearls, honey. Ooh. Anyway, that's it. So then once that is finished, then we can have a conversation. All right, y'all. Now the last step, really, the last step for the lesson, but you can tell the kids, keep these cards and you can use them at the beginning of every class, or you can use them at the end of class, because the last step, you just start mentioning some things and have the kids hold up which card applies to them on how they feel. Like if you say, mention some current events. The schools closed down because of COVID-19. So then they'll hold up the card. You know, they can say, I would probably hold up confused. You know, they can hold up whichever card they feel. And if they might feel scared and mad or shocked and confused. So then you can say George Floyd being killed by the police. You know, they'll hold up shocked or whichever. We get 6 weeks out for summer, or 9 weeks instead of 6 weeks. Some of them might hold up enthusiastic. School ended early. For me, I would hold up sad, or worried, because I wanted to see my students. But anyway, so you can do that throughout. And you know, at the end of the day, maybe you can go through your school day. Little Johnny ran out of the room. Some people felt scared. We had ice cream at lunch today. You know, and you can do that either in the classroom or online, just to keep your and it doesn't take long. It'll take like the first time we do it, writing the cards and everything, it'll take a minute. But after that, it'll just be a little 5-minute questionnaire. You know, then let the kids ask you some questions and you be transparent with them. You know, not having students. That makes me sad. You know, so you can do that with them and they can know what you're feeling. They don't even have to say a word. They can hold up the card. Or if they keep it during the lesson while you're teaching, they can hold up a enthusiastic card. Or if it's something that's frustrating them or worrying them or confused, they can just hold it up. They don't have to interrupt your lesson. So y'all try that and then let me know how it works. I know it will work with your students virtually or back when we get back to school. So give it a try. I know I did tip 1, tip 2 when it should have been step 1, step 2. Either way, you know the steps. First, get some paper and pen, something to write with. Write 4 main emotions on the back. Then discuss with your children the different names of the emotions and adjectives and synonyms for those emotions. Then give current events and have your students hold up those cards. But throughout the weeks, you can keep the cards, have the kids keep the cards. And I would say about every 2 weeks, do new cards. That way, you can teach your students some more feeling adjectives so that they can express themselves a little better. Because sometimes when they're mad, they say they're mad. They're not mad for real. They're just confused or they're just agitated. Those are the things that we have to remember, that with SEL and teaching our children to be self-aware, they need to know those different adjectives so that they can be aware. Wait a minute, I'm getting agitated. And when I get agitated, this is what happens. And so I don't want this to happen. So how do I calm down when I'm being agitated? Okay? All right. See y'all later. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for listening, and I hope you can use these tips that I'm giving you. You notice I'm trying something different with my channel, with my background. All right, y'all. Child, here we go again. Getting ready for online school. Y'all can see I made up my room to look like a classroom, but it's next to my bed.